Hello folks, how you guys doing? For another episode of some planting. I'm going to be doing a little cutting on this here plant. I'm going to repot it. Getting back to some of the best gardeners that are out there are Gary's Best Gardening. He's out of California. You can find him on YouTube. You'll get a good education on soil. So I highly recommend him for for some good sound advice. So just cutting this geranium, I want it to be more proportional. So I got one of these pots here, so there is a test. Also, another gardener online on YouTube is Epic Gardener, and I highly recommend those guys as well. They do tests, and they did some soil tests. And remember I was telling you about the Kellogg product from Home Depot? Well, it turned out to be a very bad soil. It robs your nitrogen, and that is because they have wood chips in there, and they got organic matter in here, or should I say compost. So what happens is that compost can actually give you root rot, but on certain plants, not all, right? But it's what it is. But the best was Miracle Grow. These are vegetables they did a test on. They did a test on peppers, and they did the same breed all the way through all of these different soils. It came out to mean Miracle Grow number 1, 2 was Vigoro, and organic was third. So, and then 420 of all things, they came in pretty high too. But either way, the Kellogg product, I would stay away from it. It's got too much wood in it, and wood definitely robs your nitrogen. So I don't recommend the Kellogg product. Now, with the Miracle Grow, it's probably good for 1 year. And with vegetables, right? Because those big mixes, they're only good for a year, and then after that, they start to taper off, and you don't get the performance you would have got that first year. So, boy, this is bigger than I thought. Wow. Whew. Maybe I'm not going to get it in there now. Holy, look at these roots. Holy. Wow. Well, I guess we're going to leave it in here. Well, I guess I could just cut it back. It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt to cut these roots back. You know? I mean, it's okay. It'll grow again. Wow. But that's not going to fit in that pot. So, this is a Kellogg's product right in here right now. But the roots look good, okay. Like I said, certain plants will grow well in certain soils and some won't. So you got to do your research. What I think I'm going to do is dump that out. Here's my I put this at the bottom of the hole. Then I'll take some of this good soil, and I think I'll just mix it. Yeah, too bad. I'm not going to be able to get this guy. Yeah, she'd be too root bound. We're going to have to put it in something like this. Ah, surprised how many roots that were in there. Whoops. But yeah, so that's pretty good right there. So Gary's Best, he's, you know, he's from Japan, and you know, those guys know their stuff. You know, they're just, I would definitely get in on him. He's really good. You really like him. So Gary's Best Gardening. And the Kellogg product will work for some things. Maybe you need to amend it more, but the wood chips, wood fibers are not the answer. They do definitely rob your nitrogen. And, you know, again, it depends on the plant, of course, but so yeah, that's my recommendations on that. I'm just reconfiguring my geranium here. I don't like how it's growing, so I just snipped it back. I thought I could get it in a smaller pot, but there's more roots than you can imagine. There. Yeah, so those gardeners, and of course, you know, pots are, I was wrong. I think you really you're gonna have to do the soil change at least 3 years, right? Just to check on the roots and the overall health of your plant. I mean, I don't see it any other way, really. So there you have it. This geranium's going to start taking off. We're in getting close to middle of February, so things are going to start cooking up, you know, in the windows and stuff. So, and in Washington this year, we've been having more sun than usual in winter. We have less rainfall so far this year. So, anyways, I had the Super Bowl party this week, and so I have a bunch of avocado seeds we're going to plant today. So we're going to get started with that next. I'm going to plant, I think I'm just going to do 4 seeds in a pot. We can just spread them out when we want to transplant them. Why not, right? So here they are. And they're cleaned up pretty good. So I'll get my magic soil in here. Just enough for one more plant. Dang. So we'll just set these guys right in there, just like so here. And you want this end down in the soil. Actually, well, 3 probably would be enough for this guy. So we'll water him good. Sprinkle a little bit more soil on the top of there, but that's going to be about it. And we'll get some water on him as well. And then I got these pots here, clay pots, for $4.95 at Home Depot. And then their plates, their saucers down there are the same price as this. So go to the dollar store and get yourself a plate. And it works just great. Now you got yourself a pretty good fix. So there you have that, folks. Yeah, we're looking at probably 6 weeks of germination. It depends how warm the soil is and how close it is to the how much sun it gets and how warm the soils get. You know, it's a lot of things that factor. So there's another story that, you know, with with pots, Gary says that if you use a black plastic pot and in the sun, it warms up the soils faster, so that means you're going to have more growth as well. The clay pot is cooler, so just that you know. But I still think the clay pot will be just fine, you know. But if you're looking for that edge, maybe that's what you need to do. So, get this. So we got a geranium here, and I think I'm going to pot another one, which is this big mama right here. Doesn't have a ton of roots, but I think it's ready. It's not a lot though, but we'll do it. We'll plant it. So now one thing too is the if you take a look here, the geraniums, they have different colors. I really like this color. It's got the salmon side of the color. It's not a red, deep red. It's a off red, and I really like this plant. So I seen it in the store. I was struggling, but we're gonna make this guy grow. So put him in just like so. That'll do it for my magic soil. So there you have it. That is my take today. I'll show you my plant stand that I made upstairs, and I'll show you the grow light that I bought, and I'll tell you the difference between those cheaper lights and the more expensive lights and how they work. And I do believe, I'm not jumping the gun here, I like YouTubers, all right? I'm just saying, I think there's a difference. So I'll explain that to you in a little bit. All right, adios, amigos. So alrighty, folks, I want to show you my plant stand that I made and the lights that I'm using for growing my plants. So if you take a look right there, whoops, this light right here, if you can see it or not, that light is about $50 for that light. It's 100 watts. So now we're at around 60% on the brightness. If we do it a little bit brighter, we go, this promotes, right here is about 40%, and that is for promoting green growth. Then we turn it all the way to the brightest spot. That is for flowering, promoting flowering. So right now I have a calamansi, and I have a geranium that I transplanted last week, and it's already flowering. Boom, see that? And then I have a pineapple, or excuse me, I got a pepper plant back there, and I just took this from the greenhouse, and then it just started shooting out. So we'll have some peppers pretty soon, I think. And then obviously I have my avocados. So the brightness is the difference. I put this on a timer for about 6 hours, and it's definitely working. I mean, these calamansi just love it. But I'm trying to see, because this calamansi here is a little bit taller than this one, and I planted them at the same time. So let's see if this grow light here actually promotes more growth. Anyway, so then if you look at this cheaper stuff you get in the store, right there you got it's not enough light. See that right there? It's just not probably going to be enough light. You're probably wasting your time. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it helps a little, but I just think that, you know, you need a brighter light if you want to flower and promote fruit or anything of that nature. So anyways, folks, there you have it. My plant stand, and these are all grates. You can move the grates. See that up there? It took time. It's all made out of cedar, and I love it. It's going to be really nice for promoting new growth and new plants. getting started anyways. And we're in probably the warmest part of the house, which is upstairs here. Okay, folks, just a review of the day that I did today with you guys. I highly recommend that you see Gary's Best Gardening on YouTube. I think he'll give you a good explanation of soil types, and he's very thorough. And you know, hey, sit back and drink a little coffee and learn something. So that's my tip for today. And what you've seen today was not much. I just did some cuttings, and then I did plant those avocado seeds. So they're all Haas. So I'm just hoping maybe I can use them as a rootstock and then chop them off and then put on a different variety, and then hopefully that I will get fruit within 3 years instead of 7 years with just a seed itself. So I'm still looking into getting some rootstock for avocados. I'm still looking. It's difficult to find things online these days, in my opinion. It seems to be, it's harder to find than it used to be, I guess. Seems a lot of ads and stuff like that pop up. But anyways, that's all I have for this week. Happy gardening, and yeah, we're starting to, I would say we got a cold snap this week yet, but after that I think we're going to be rolling into, you know, a slow, steady warm up into spring. So adios amigos, bye bye.